Hello. So a good question came across my via my phone, and that was, how do we do totals in a table? Um, can we only rely on the record indicator at the bottom of the data sheet or the data file in the table view, or is there another way that we can show some form of totals? And the answer to that is, of course, we can. And I want to show you today how we do that. And I'm going to show you, if for argument's sake you do not have the first field that has the number of records in it, if that was hidden by mistake from someone that already created the file, how do you unhide it? And if there isn't a field with a number in it, how do we do some totals? Okay, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to hide a field, how to unhide a field, and then I'm going to show you how to do the simple totals at the bottom. Alright, so let's get into it. Now, if we look at this table over here, we can see at the bottom that I am on record 9 of 11. Okay, and that tells me there are 11 records. From that one to that one, there are 11 records. Remember, Access will not include this record at the bottom that is empty, because obviously we haven't filled any information into it. Sorry, I need to get my coffee in. Anyway, so what happens if we do not have a record counter on the side? Okay, so the first place that we can look at the first field. Generally, it's a numbered field, and it will tell us. But say, for argument's sake, you get a database like this in your exam, and they say, we want to know how many records are in this table. Now, yes, we can look at the bottom by the records, but they want to see a function or a little tool that we've used to see the total. So in essence, I'm just going to apply it to two fields. Okay, because all the fields are comprehensive and they are completed, we can do a totals on any of the fields, either name, surname, age, gender, mode of transport, area, emergency number. We can fill that in because it's a completed field. Sorry. So for the purpose of this, we're going to do a total on the name field. And then the second part is, I want to know, out of these records that we have that are completed, what is the total outstanding school fees? Okay, so very, very important. So in essence, we're going to be doing a count, okay, to see how many people are there, and we're going to do a sum. Now, this is not as difficult as what Excel can be. This is a little bit easier. So what I do is I select the name field, and at the top I will look for a total section. Okay, and if I click on totals, it gives me that. Whoopee, gives me a little total at the bottom. That's cool. And I do the same for outstanding. I hit the little total. Now please understand that if we look at the cursor, I've applied totals across all my records. So I want to see now how many people are in this table. I click on the surname because I've put the total now in the name. Okay, I can do it there as well. And what I do is I drop down and I go count. And look at that. I have 11 people. Nothing difficult. I didn't go 1, 2, 3, 4 and type it in. No, I'm using a little feature. But now we want to do by the outstanding. And what's nice about Access is it picks up that we are working with a field that can be calculated, and it starts giving me a couple of equations. sum, average, count, maximum, minimum, standard deviation, and variance. And for the purpose of the instruction that I gave you, I said I just want to know what is the total outstanding across these 11 learners or 11 records. And all I do is I go sum, and we have it over there. There's a total of 16,125 Rand outstanding. Similarly, I could have said, what is the average? All I go average, and across the 11 people, there's more or less an average of 1,400 outstanding, which is not a good indication actually, because the person that owes the most is 10,700, then we have a 1,400, and then we have a 500, a 200, a 680. So the average is not really a clear indication, so hence why I said let's use the total. But coming back to the previous lesson, will my totals be affected by filters? Okay, and all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to filter according to the people that live in Kabiga. Okay, I want to see, are my totals going to be affected? So all I do is I go to area, I go to my filter, I deselect everything, and I just want to see the people in Kabiga. Please have a look at the 11 and the 16,125, and what happens? It does have an effect. Alright, so Access takes into mind that the totals are going to change for the outstanding school fees and obviously the number of people. What happens to the rest of the information? Again, it is just stored in the background. We have not deleted any of the information. Okay, so all that we do is we want to see all our records again. We remove the filter, and there we have it. We have 11 people, a total of 16,125 outstanding. We want to know, is there a field that's hidden? All I do is I right click at the top in my first field, I go unhide fields, and we can see over there the column that has been hidden is unique code. I click on it and it's there again. Alright, sometimes it can be a little bit misleading because there's a 0 and we don't understand why. So the totals is more effective because it actually only tells you the total amount of people, and sometimes that field, whatever it might be, unique code, an ID number, can be misleading. Alright, so use your little feature at the top there called totals, and then you'll see that because we have a currency there, we can do several type of little calculations, and because it's just a name, we can simply just do a count, and if we don't want to see it, we just go none, we just remove it. Alright, and that is how we get basic figures on a table. I hope that helped, and again, you can apply this to your activities. Cheers.